Oh, look, I'm in a house. Oh, look, I have my stupid streamer lights and my stupid RGB keyboard, mouse. Look, damn, y'all talk so much crap. So weird. Oh man, this person's intense. I've never seen this before. I've never been outside. Is it really so weird? This is loud as My wife and I were watching Hulu in here last night, so the volume was up. Like, I understand it's probably not the norm, you know? I guess it's normal to prop your phone up inside your car on the steering wheel. I guess that's normal, you know? But I guess the tent is so weird. Gosh. I thought we was living in this progressive society, but oh my gosh, a tent. My tiny little mind is blown. I have a freaking house. I choose to be out there most of the time. I wonder how much any of you could manage to do that right now with the freaking 100 plus temperatures we have right now. That's one of the whole freaking reasons I do that. Do I have anything to sell? No. Like, I must get on the airship to Kazam. I'm gonna ride an airship. Look, when I was really young, like age 7 to 12, around that, my dad, who used to be a lumberjack, he was in the U.S. Marines, and then he was a lumberjack. You know, he ran his own motorcycle shop. Then he got into making cabinetry, and then he became a general contractor. You know, there's days he would come home, you know, leave at 5 in the morning, go down to the cabinet shop, be making cabinets for a client all day, get home at 6 o'clock, and he would see my mom exhausted from a day of raising two high energy, rambunctious boys. And my dad would tell me, "Hey, Tony, let's go get some Del Taco." I'd be like, "Heck yeah, let's get some Del Taco." And every time, my dad would always, because my dad was a man whose arms were like thicker than the pickup truck that he drove, right? My dad was a burly man. I mean, my dad was a Galka, but make the legs about 2 feet longer, so he's that much taller. My dad was huge, bro. I know a lot of people when we're young, we tell people that my dad's the strongest man in the world, but my dad actually was one of the strongest men in the world. Like, he was crazy buff, bro. So I was never like worried for my safety when he would, because my dad would always carry like $1,000 cash in his breast pocket, basically, and he would always hand me a 20. And this is in the 90s, by the way, so 20 was worth a lot more back then. And he would just tell me, "Go give it to that homeless person over there." And you know, because my dad knew, like, you're gonna go buy some booze for sure. I'm not gonna just give you $5 so you can just go get booze. I'm gonna give you 20, so you can go get $10 worth of alcohol. That's a good amount for the night. But you can also go right next door to the Del Taco and get $10 of food, because you need that too. My dad didn't just give, here's a couple, here's 25 cents, bro. No, my dad would drop $20 on these people at a time, so they actually would have a good meal that night. And he would use me to do it. And you know, after a couple of years, you know, I got a little tired of it. You know, I felt like, you know, my dad doesn't want to interact with him. He's just making me do it. I wish he would just do it himself. But I think that's one of the most important lessons that my dad ever taught me, honestly. And I never really understood it completely until I was maybe about 26 or 27 years old. I was going into the Jack in the Box on the way to downtown, and there was this obvious meth head with his backpack and everything there. And I could just tell, like, this dude, he's been bending for a couple days. He's been up all night puking. He is so exhausted. He can't sleep. His body is cannibalizing itself. It's devouring. His own flesh is devouring itself for sustenance. You can tell the bony extremities are starting to become more glaringly apparent. And I just wanted a sourdough jack, bro. I wanted a sourdough jack and some curly fries, you know, like. But we got him the most expensive combo meal they had, biggest size possible, and 2 tacos and a 3-piece egg roll. And when I was getting his drink, it was 20% ice, not too much ice. And then up to 80% Coke, and then finished off the last with some of that Sprite, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, on the way out, you know, we got our food, we're heading to the car, and this was like, it's like a 5-pound bag of food, and, you know, just the biggest big gulp cup possible, full of soda and Coke and Sprite and all that. And this dude was just so thankful, man. Like he you know, it's actually pretty normal in these situations, in my experience. Usually that they will say, "God bless you," and I guess that always stuck with me, you know. These, but this one dude in particular, in front of that Jack in the Box, as he was just going to town on that triple meat, triple cheese, lettuce, tomato, onions, extra sauce, burger. He had that ketchup, mustard, piece of bacon still sticking out of his mouth. He's still chewing it, but he waves up his hand, smiles. In order to preserve what my father taught me and to do my best to adhere to the lesson of Jesus Christ, how you treat the least amongst you. At some point in my life, I guess I found it tantamount to just spend some time in a tent during inclement weather, when it's unbearably hot, when it's horribly cold. I want to know what my fellow man endures on a daily basis. That's why I hang out in a tent. Because when I'm in that place, my real thoughts are able to come out much more easily than usual. Don't ask me why I'm in a tent anymore. God bless. I'm out.